Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Amina's Directory. Today I'm here with Dr. Harun Zafarullah Khan, who is a founder of International Medical Relief Agency. It's an NGO which is based in UK, Pakistan and in New Jersey. And they are doing a wonderful cause of cochlear implant. They are helping the underprivileged children and adults in Pakistan. So let's talk to Mr. Harun and know more about his noble cause and organization. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
How are you, Dr.
I'm
Sahab?
fine, thanks for inviting me.
Of course. Which part of Pakistan you are from?
I am from Karachi.
And when did you relocate to the UK?
About 35 years ago.
Oh, that's a long time. What is your educational background?
I qualified as a doctor from Dow Medical College, and then I did my post-graduation in ENT in Pakistan, and then I moved over to England. Then I did the post-graduation in England for becoming a consultant, and I've been practicing as an ENT consultant in UK.
So what made you think of cochlear implant? It's something very rare, and I haven't seen a lot of Pakistanis in this field. Why did you pick or target cochlear implant?
We were already doing middle ear surgery in Pakistan since last 10 years, and more than 2/3 of the operation for cochlear implant involves middle ear surgery. And then when I was coming across parents whose children were totally deaf, and they were saying that, look, how can my child have a cochlear implant? I can't even have 1/3 of the implant put in despite selling all my wife's jewelry and my house. So seeing the expense, I thought, let's take this challenge.
What kind of results do you see in children once the cochlear implant surgery is performed?
You see, cochlear implant surgery worldwide is one of the unique operations that hardly has any problems, even though it is possible, but it is something that we have not come across much, even around the world. In Pakistan, the surgical problems are not much, it's the parental problems, who don't really give much efforts to their child, so that's what we are facing.
Let's go and see Dr. Harun's presentation about cochlear implant and their NGO.
I thought, why should I not give something back to Pakistan? Every time I used to visit Pakistan, people find out there's a UK surgeon here, they come for advice, and I found out that there's a lot of problems there, teaching, training, expertise. So the first thing we did was set up a charity in UK called IMRA in 2001, so it's about 16 years now. And then we set up an ENT group in UK, which is about over 100 strong. We also held local meetings in UK to promote understanding amongst colleagues, which is very important, networking and helping each other out. And then when we decided to do charity work, we went to Pakistan and discussed with the local colleagues. So it was very difficult to find the right people to start our charity work. But fortunately, I had some contacts with, some of you know, a place called Mirpur Khas. And the ENT surgeon there said, look, why don't you start some work here? We hardly have any expertise. So that's where we started in 2008.
To imagine a soundless world is impossible. We're so surrounded by the sound from even before our birth that we are never truly without it. Every deaf person experiences life differently than we can ever imagine. IMRA is an international medical charity based in UK, USA, and Pakistan. In Pakistan, IMRA started the first free cochlear implant for poor deaf children in December 2012. Cochlear implants are very expensive. and about $500,000 have been spent in the last 5 years for the same purpose in Pakistan alone. Imra also arranges surgical teams who operate on serious chronic ear disease patients. Over 10 years, Imra teams have operated on over 350 major ear cases. One operation takes over 2 hours.
Now we are going to have a little bit of chit chat with Dr. Naveed Ahmed, who is an ENT and a cochlear implant surgeon based in the UK. Hello doctor, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much for having me.
Of course, it's our pleasure. So tell us your background.
Sure, so I'm based in the United Kingdom, in the north of England. My family is originally from Pakistan, area of Faisalabad, but I've lived in the UK for most of my life. I trained there, I qualified there as a doctor, and then I specialised in ENT surgery, and then I trained all over the UK, and then I went off to Australia and Canada as well to get super specialist training in cochlear implant and skull-based surgery.
That's great. So it seems like you have a lot of experience. You're a seasoned surgeon.
Well, I've been very fortunate in that I've trained with some of the best surgeons in the world. Yeah.
That's good to know.
Cochlear implant surgery is very highly specialized surgery. Only a few units and only a few surgeons are trained to the standard that they can do this operation safely. So it's a very, very difficult surgery. So what I would say is there's only certain hospitals which would do it. Also, it's extremely expensive technology. So, we're looking at somewhere in the region of maybe, you could say $25,000, to do this. And I know in the US it costs $100,000 with all the fees and the rehabilitation as well. So it's extremely expensive.
So when did you decide to join Dr. Harun's organization?
Sure. I was in Australia at the time, training in super specialist cochlear implant surgery, and I received a phone call actually from Dr. Harun. It was around 2012, and then in December of 2012 we did our first ever cochlear implant in Dow University Hospital in Karachi.
Very nice.
And from then to now it's been a very quickly expanding program.
Thank you so much,
You're very
Dr.
welcome.
Ahmed.
Thank you.
It gives me great pleasure to present a little bit about the cochlear implant program. So what is cochlear implant surgery? Why is it necessary? Well, 1.6 children in 1,000 are born deaf, basically. In Pakistan, according to some other statistics, it may be close to 2 in 1,000 children are born deaf. Now, this type of deafness, it's so severe that a hearing aid will not work. 1961, the first cochlear implant was placed. But before that, what would happen? This child would remain deaf, and that would be it. In the last few decades, there's been a revolution, and that's what we call cochlear implant. The critical age for development of speech is up to the age of 5. So if you don't use the part of your brain which is necessary for speech, eventually that part is taken over by other areas and you do not develop speech. So we are against a clock. We have a deadline. Every child that is born deaf, we need to get a cochlear implant into them by the age of 5. Audiogram, a pure tone audiogram. So essentially what the cochlear implant is for hearing losses that are beyond here, 90. So above that, you could possibly work a hearing aid. But if your hearing loss is so severe that you can't even hear something like, a pneumatic drill, then at that point, hearing aids aren't going to help you. Platinum electrodes in a silicone coating. This is the external part, and then the internal part is inside. And that's what we're surgically placing into the cochlea.
My name is Raja Ali Ijaz. I'm the Consul General of Pakistan in New York. अच्छा लग रहा है आज इस इवेंट में आके इमरा का. This is International Medical Relief Agency, basically promoting the cause of humanitarian assistance to those needy people in Pakistan who are deaf on hearing, hearing deficiencies in general. And I think this is a noble cause in the sense that I really haven't heard of very many doctors or agencies who have come forth in trying to alleviate these hearing problems in Pakistan. Though I believe it's sort of a, I wouldn't say very common, but sort of common problem. And इसके अलावा इमरा के बारे में I was studying the facts that they have also been actively engaged in relief efforts, plus donating very expensive equipment in kind and in money. So all in all, it's a good effort that Imra is putting up in Pakistan, and I wish them all the best in their future endeavors. Thank you.
Lahore, we have appointed them in Indus Hospital.
Assalamu alaikum, I'm Usma Javed. I'm attending Imra's charity event for today, and they're doing a beautiful job by providing implants, hearing implants for all over Pakistan, and it's cost free, and we are so proud of them.